Greetings! My name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and welcome back to another Star Wars Armada battle report. Today I am filming once again at Gear Gaming Bentonville, and I'm joined by Rob number 2, or Robbie. We have to come up with a nickname for you.
It's Robbie.
We'll just do Robbie then. And today we have Admiral Screed going up against General Leia Organa herself. Coming up, we'll do fleet breakdowns, give you a preview of the mission, and come back after deployment. For the Imperials, we have an Onager-class Star Destroyer, which is the flagship for Admiral Screed, loaded with ordnance experts, weapons, battery techs, linked turbolaser towers, and the super heavy composite beam turbolaser. Then we have an ISD Kuat refit with gunnery teams, advanced projectors, leading shots and assault proton torpedoes, and 2 Raider 1s, both fitted out with ordnance experts and assault concussion missiles, and no squadrons, which is very dangerous. For the Rebels, we have Leia Organa on an MC-80 battlecruiser, with Intel Officer, Katekin and Sholin, engine techs, spinal armament, XI-7 turbolasers and the Mon Cairn title, a Pelta command ship with Ray Antilles, fighter coordination team, all fighters follow me and boosted comms, a GR-75 medium transport with Tor and Far, bomber command center and boosted comms, and then 3 X-Wing squadrons, a B-Wing squadron, Dagger squadron, led by Kian Farlander and 10 Num. Robbie came in under points with the Rebels and chose to be second player, so I had to choose from his missions, which was Most Wanted, Fighter Ambush, and Superior Positions. And I chose Superior Positions. That will be the mission for today. I have to deploy first, everything, and then he gets to counter-deploy and see what I've done. And any damage taken of any kind in the aft section of a ship rewards the damaging player with a victory token worth 15 points. Coming up next, we will have our pre-game interview following deployment. Alright, Robbie, you want to go and talk about your deployment and your strategy behind your fleet design and for the start of the game?
I centered this whole fleet on B-Wings. It's one of my favorite fighters in the Rebellion, so I thought I'd like to make a list kind of focusing on them. Just simply, the main threat in my list is going to be the B-Wings. My secondary threat is going to be the Mon Cairn. I was expecting you to bring at least a few squadrons, but you brought none. So the Mon Cairn was going to act as a secondary kind of threat. Mm-hmm. But since you went really heavy, it's going to be an interesting matchup, because if you take out the Mon Cairn, I'm going to be running all over the board trying to stay alive. So it's a very contrast of matchups here. We're going to see who wins the slugfest here. GR-75 is there just to help move the fighters, make sure everybody can get up the board. The Pelta, I've never run the Pelta, but it's going to be my aircraft carrier here, sending out all the commands to get everybody up the board and to attack. Have the bomber command to make sure those B-Wings are a little more deadly, and Tor and Far helps with the blues, but like I said, I was expecting you to run at least a few squadrons, but
right.
May not be. I may have misplaced some points here.
Well, you still get her, I believe, for even bombing runs, though, and B-Wings have blue dice, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so that'll help with that. So you get a Tor and Far reroll and a bomber command reroll.
Right, and I made sure to take fighters follow me on the Pelta, so once again get the B-Wings, because the B-Wings are very, very slow, and they need movement help desperately. Took boosted comms because I want these aircraft carriers to stay safe in the back, which definitely in this game we're going to have to keep a little back. The Mon Cairn here is going to be try to do at least be the anvil in this game, take a lot of the hits, and hopefully provide some distraction there. I also took all of the aces for the B-Wings because I thought you were going to bring squadrons, and we're going to need those extra help on the blue. But Keen Farlander is pretty he's pretty deadly, and so is Tin Nub, just with the bombing and the B-wing squadron. So the Dagger squadron should be.
Don't get me wrong. That B-wing blob over there terrifies me.
Yeah, well,
they can do some serious work.
So yeah, I think we're both scared because we don't know, this could go either really brilliantly or horribly for the other person. And then on the Mon Cairn, I just beefed it up. Of course, increased its front arcs, increased its ability to re-roll. The XI-7s I specifically chose because of the Star Destroyer, because the Star Destroyers are, the reason I think they last so long is because they just keep moving shields around, and if you can somehow stop that. I took Leia Organa. That was more of a thematic pick. I really haven't run her that much, but her help with command dials and movement, especially with the Mon Cairn, helping with maneuverability, I think it's going to be a lot. With the Mon Cairn, I've pretty much already decided I'm going to be running 2 command dials, which is going to be engineering and maneuverability, because it's such a bizarre craft to move around. So,
it does have a very weird movement profile.
Right, and it's that profile that if you're not getting extra clicks, then you're going to be running into stuff, and you're going to be potentially running off the board. So it's going to be important for that. Like I said, I guess my strategy here is I'm going to hopefully. I guess I'll go ahead and give up my strategy now. I might as well. The Mon Cairn, I'm going to try to take out your 2 lighter cruisers there. Hopefully it can overpower them, while the fighters harass your big capital ships. And see, hopefully they'll meet in the middle.
And I have no answer for those fighters, right. So that's going to be.
So we're going to do a little bit of a pincer movement here, trying to get to you, but it should be really fun. We took superior position, so.
Yep, you came in under points, so you got to pick, and I had to deploy first. So you could easily counter-deploy me from where I was at.
Right, so it's at least going to be a very, very contrast of styles here to see who kind of comes out. So other than that, that's it.
So this list is essentially a brute force list, and I'm feeling a little naked here because I rarely don't run squadrons, and now that I see what Robbie has brought with all these B-wings and even X-wings, our bombers, I'm beginning to regret my decision just to try a good old-fashioned brute force Imperial list. But I still have a lot of firepower with Admiral Screed, lots of black dice, lots of specialty crits that I pretty much are going to be able to guarantee to cook those off with Screed. And then see if I can fly the Onager properly. I've only flown it a couple times, still learning the intricacies of getting the ignition sequence to go off correctly and get the maximum amount of firepower from that. And the main goal for me here, when I deployed, was just to pick a corner to try to prevent the rebels from getting in behind me and then keeping them in front of me. And all I can really hope to do is just to destroy the Mon Cairn and the Pelta, because the flotilla and the squadrons can't hold the board. So I just have to survive long enough this bomber onslaught to be able to take out the Mon Cairn, which is going to be very difficult. And then the Pelta will be a little bit easier, but getting that Mon Cairn to drop, it's going to be tough, especially the way that we are positioned now on the board. So coming up next, we're going to be at the start of turn 1, and we will see how these 2 radically different styles of fleets fare against each other. Alright, here we are. Start of turn 1. You've seen our deployment, and the Empire is first player, and we will start our initial moves and strategies as we prepare to engage with this light rebel force, but it is bringing a pretty big hammer in all of those B-wings. We'll see what we can do. Okay, we will start with Screed on the Onager. Revealed a engineering dial and took a token, and just continuing to move at speed 1.
Okay, so going to move speed 1 with the GR-75, so to make him...
Oh, and what's your command real quick?
Oh, command will be squadrons. So we have Leia, so we'll get my 2 squadron, and I'll get a command token, squadron token, so we'll be able to move 3, which is why we take Leia. So first we'll move our squadrons 3 and get them hopefully into engagement range within those Star Destroyers, those capital ships. Let's move them outside of the station there. Switch to activated. There, and we're going speed 1, and we'll just keep going forward. We have this commnet, which is what we want. There we go.
Okay, with my Kuat Star Destroyer, revealing a engineering command and taking a token, and just getting a little click at the 1, moving forward, and need to engage as soon as possible.
So the Pelta we're going to activate, so once again get those fighters moving off the board. I'm going to reveal a squadron command. Now I'm not going to use Leia's ability here because I want Ramus, so I'm going to pocket the command token. I'm going to put that on the ship so I can use all fighters follow me next turn. Going speed 1, so just going to move forward. I'm going to go ahead and move these fighters forward. 3.
Oh, you know what? I think, and I'm going to keep this on the video,
okay,
just in case we're wrong. I think Leia does work with Ramus because it says that when you're spending a command dial and you have not resolved another command this round, you may resolve that command as if it spent a command token. You're not actually gaining a token.
Okay.
So you spend the dial,
okay,
you get the benefit of a token from Leia, and you get a token from Ramus.
Awesome.
Because you're not actually getting a token from Leia, you're getting the benefit of one.
Okay.
So I think it actually does work together.
Okay, so we will use that. We'll move them forward to...
Well, I think do you do your fighter coordination team first? When does that happen?
After you execute a maneuver, you may select a number
okay,
of...
Okay, so after you move. So yeah, you do your normal move here, and then after... Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and move them there.
Man, you can really boost up the speed of those
yes,
B-Wings. My goodness, that's going to be
I know. If you didn't have all the speed boost, the B-Wings would be almost worthless. However, once you turn them into speed 4, you've got killer A-Wings now all over the board instead of just interceptors. So, yeah. So then we'll move our Pelta forward
1. Here, I'll give you the
2.
1.
We're going to go, yep, so we'll go 1, and we'll get 2 clicks. Well, we'll just go 1 click there. Try to keep him behind everything. Alright, so then we moved, so then I'll use my fighter coordination team. I'll give those B-Wings the boost they need to go ahead and move 1 extra. So I moved an otherwise slow craft.
Yeah, B-Wing, you just now got them to be able to move speed 3, essentially.
Yes,
and
yeah.
Next turn, if you do the same thing, you'll be able to get them to move speed 4 with your with your all fighters follow me. That is crazy, seeing B-Wings that fast. I'm going to do my raider that is not marked. Engineering dial, taking the token, and I've got to decide if I want them going Mon Cairn hunting or to come in here with their 2 black flak to help with these fighters. And I think they may need to do both. Those B-Wings moving so fast, I think I've got to start turning them in to come in and help with this squadron threat. Unfortunately, the turn's not going to be very tight because I did not plan a nav command. I've got to get them into this squadron bowl.
Alright, Mon Cairn will be the last to activate from my side, so we're going to reveal maneuver. We're going to move into maneuverability. We're going to token that. Mon Cairn, like I said, it is a weird craft, so we're going to need to be able to move it at a moment's notice with the navigate. So it's not. I'd much rather take a lot of concentrate fires with that huge arc, but I'm gonna have to keep it alive, and a lot of that's going to be through engineering and moving around.
Alright, my other raider will be doing the same. Staying with it. It is an engineering and taking the token. We are at the start of round 2. A quick note, I did not place my ignition firing token for the onager. I forgot, and I was going to be out of range anyway, but I am supposed to place that after I'm done activating my onager. I'll remember to do that this round, because round 3 I should be in range. And because of the insane speed that these B-Wings are activating right now, I'm going to be in full squadron engagement with these bombers hammering the hull of my ships. The question will be, can I survive long enough to get over to this flagship that General Leia is on? And can my raiders turn fast enough and get in with their powerful 2 black flak dice each to assist with these bombers? We shall see. Okay, we'll start by activating Screed. It was a navigate dial, and I'm taking a token. I'm staying at speed 1. Moving like so to prep for future turns with my ignition firing arc. Now I will remember to place it. Since I have the super heavy composite beam, that's a medium range ignition arc. I'll be placing this in what I think might be the best location for hopefully next turn. Might have somebody in some long range. We shall see. Yeah, Robbie had 1 pass token for the game because I outnumbered him by 1 ship, and he was second player, and he chose it here. So I'm going to my Kuat, revealing and navigate and slowing down to speed 1. Try to delay as best as possible this imminent bomber engagement.
GR-75 will reveal a squadron command. So since we have Leia, that will bump this 2 squadron up to 3. So it means I'm going to get to move these 3 X-Wings. Great thing is I put all fighters follow me. We're now going 4, so they're pretty nice little movement there. So we'll go ahead, get the X-Wings, we'll activate them. I'm actually going to try to take out this raider because that 2 black dice scare me, because if I don't take them out, I'm going to be in a world of hurt. So activate, move 4. I don't think I can get to the back.
No, not quite.
So we'll be at the side.
Although that one might have line of sight. Let me see if it can get to not cross my line. It will cross my line, so we'll be to the side.
Okay, so.
And just so you guys watching, you know, I normally do an activation 1 at a time, do the X-Wing full activation back and forth, but we're just going to do this and then go to the dice tray so you can see what's happening there. Alright, well we got the first X-Wing coming in, attacking my raider on the port side. So they get a 1 red dice.
So 1 red for each.
Yeah, you do 1 at a time.
Okay.
So no hit, and we did measure we are out of Bomber Command Center.
So we'll get that first one bombed, then we'll go to the next one.
Yep, the next one.
Blank. And then the last one. Blank.
Oh man, that's the answer to the red dice.
Yes, yes. So we're moving 1. And
okay, we'll be using my raider, and we are going to be flacking out the side and front on these X-Wings. And I revealed a navigate dial, and I will be using that dial in the determine course step. Okay, we'll start firing out the port side, and on your screen going from right to left. So first X-Wing, 1 damage. Second X-Wing, 1 damage. And the X-Wing on the front takes 2 damage, and I have it double arc so that in the front flak takes 2 more damage. So 4 total damage on the one on the front.
Instead of 1, 1, and 4?
Yes, 1, 1, and 4. Okay, with my dial, I am speeding up to speed 4 with this raider. Alright, there we go.
Okay, so mine Karen is going to attack the raider.
What's the command we got?
The command we have will be engineer, which we'll have to pocket that one, so we haven't taken any damage yet. It's going to change pretty quickly, but we'll go ahead and take it.
Okay, I'm shooting long range shot front to side.
Okay, here we go.
It's already looking like a good roll. Okay, that was a hit. Alright, so what do you want an intel officer on me?
Well, for sure.
That's what I got right here.
Freeze, because I do not want you to be able to brace and take that to half. So you're gonna have to get me to re-roll it the hard layer.
Well, I can still spend the brace with intel officer, but I have to discard it if I spend it.
So yeah, so we'll take away the
Okay. And did you want to change any of this up with Kate Kin and Sholin?
No, because we may make the roll worse. So if you get hits, it's a good day.
So I definitely need to make sure I survive as best I can. So I'm going to spend and discard this. So the new rules with evade, since it's a larger ship attacking me, I get to double the effect if I discard it. So I'm going to discard this to cancel the double and the crit. And I will go ahead and discard my brace so I can brace this down to 2 damage and only take it on the shields for now. There you go.
Double check movement.
Okay, we will do my marked raider who is in range for one of these X-Wings to flak at, and then I will be taking my dial as a dial and most likely speeding up.
That's a big thing.
Alright, flak out the front on that X-Wing. It takes 2, so it goes down to 2 damage. Alright, and using my dial to speed up and getting an extra click at the 1 here.
Pelta have a squadron command. We have Leia that will bump it up to 4, so we're going to be able to move all the B-wings.
So go ahead and take your token from Ramus.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take our token, our squadron token.
Yep, and I think we are doing this right with the combination of Leia and Ramus.
Yeah, I was going to say, this, and basically feeding all fighters on me. So, we'll keep that. Go ahead and move those bombers. We're moving 3, so go ahead and them. See if we can score some points.
Yep, getting those rear shots.
Hopefully.
And again, for you guys watching, normally you'll do 1 squadron activation at a time, start to finish, but just for ease of filming, we'll be doing them just all the movement at once and then all the attacks at once.
And I think that's going to be it. So we're going to have to send everything else into the side.
Well, you might, well, not necessarily. Do they have the range of speed? You're moving 3, right? It was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember your range is distance 1. You could be behind these B-wings and still get rear shots.
Yeah.
So you got...
So I know with E-wings, they have the snipe on them, so they get the extra.
Yeah, but yeah, you can, if you want to still get the rear arc, I like to just make sure that center dial. Yeah, you got, those are all rear shots. You're going to get lots of tokens on this. Alright, whenever you're ready. So we got first B-wing. Who's coming in?
Alright, this will be the first standard B-wing, so there'll be no special modifications or anything to this.
We do what? You got Torn and Bomber Command.
Keep it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I'm gonna save my evade, so I gotta take it. So 2 shields on the back, and you get we'll do the victory tokens here in a minute. That's a victory token for you there. Okay, who's next?
Keen Farlander.
2 black, so he can reroll any number. Well, you get lots of rerolls on him to.
And doesn't the crit cause, or is it the crit causes a double on a shieldless?
No, he doesn't have a special crit. His thing is if you're shooting attacking with no shields, which I have no shields, you get to reroll any number of dice, and you get a bomber command reroll and a Torfab. You're gonna keep that, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right. So since I can do this now in 1.5, I'm gonna have you reroll that hit crit. Okay, so I take 1 damage. All right, the next one
is Tin.
He is black and a blue. 2 hits. I will have you re-roll the blue. Burn this. Try to stay alive as much as possible. No, 2 hits. 1 health left. And
Dagger Squad.
Dagger Squad, do it. You just need 1 hit.
So blue and black.
Yep. I can't stop it. That's it. My raider goes down. And down goes my first raider to the hail of bombers.
So we got 4. So it'll be four victory tokens.
Yep, 4 victory tokens for that because they're all into the back.
And we're moving speed 1. So
Here's the 1.
okay. We're facing a problem here because that Star Destroyer is bearing down very quickly, and that scares me. So I'm going to try my best to get out of its front arc. If you're in that front arc of that Star Destroyer, you're in a lot of trouble. There. And we will. There. We get to move 1 fighter coordinator team.
Well, I think you get to move equal to your squadron value, Al. And what's the distance?
It's a 1 after this move distance 1.
I mean the activation range. What's the range at it?
Anytime you move, you may select anytime you move friendly squadrons up to your squadron value at close medium.
Oh, well, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You can move all of them at distance 1.
Moving distance 1. Yeah, let's just go ahead and right there. You know, I'm just gonna leave them there. I'm just gonna stay right there because I know you're gonna be. This is where it's confusing for me because I know the Raiders coming forward. I'm just gonna leave them there.
Okay, sounds good. And that is the end of round 2. We will be back at the start of round 3. Here we are at the start of round 3. A raider has been destroyed and 4 victory tokens claimed by the rebels. So far it's just been skirmishing with the light ships and the fighters and the bombers. But now the capital ships will be getting into engagement range this round. Things are going to start heating up. So I'm going to start with my raider that's still alive, revealing a navigate, and I'm taking the dial. Now I'm going to be flacking out the front on these 4 B-wings, and this X-wing right here with 1 health, I am barely in range to flak out the side. See if I can't take that out. So I'll start with flak out the side on the X-wing. Be 1 damage, so he will go down. And then we will go next onto your regular B-wing for 2 damage. Then Dagger Squad for 2 damage. Then we've got 10 Nub for 1 damage, but I forgot last time with the last raider, Ordnance Experts also works on that, so 2 damage on 10 Nub.
So we'll brace down to 1.
Okay. And then Keen Farlander also takes 2, which I'm assuming brace down to 1. Alright, there's my maneuver, getting an extra click at the 1 from the dial, doing a little inside turn and barely able to skirt the front of the GR-75. Just put these guys back where they were.
Alright, we'll be activating the Pelta. We will reveal, of course, the squadron command, and I'm going to take my token.
Yeah, that would have been at, yeah, we'll say that you did that at the start of the
Okay, so
turn.
we do this at the start, okay.
Yeah, so you spend the token, you activate all fires, follow me.
Okay, and then we'll get another token.
Sometimes it's hard to remember to do those fleet commands,
Yeah,
especially if you're not used to them.
That's where I'm still,
So.
because I figure in competitive play it's going to be a much bigger deal. So we'll go ahead and pocket another one since we have Remus. And so we'll go ahead, activate those B-Wings again.
And you're going to get 4 more victory tokens.
Take it.
And again, just doing these all, the movement all at once, and they tax all at once, which is not the normal sequence for people that are watching that are new. Just makes it easier for filming. Oh, I'm probably going to lose this raider. I was hoping that you'd survive for 1 more turn, but we'll see.
Alright, so we'll go with the regular B-wing first, just a blue and a black, or just. We're going to torn far the blue, and then we're going to bomber command the black. 2 hits.
2 hits. Spin them while I got them. Go and embrace. Taking 1 on the back shield, so 1 health or 1 shield left there. Next.
Okay, so we will take Dagger Squadron, blue and black. We'll go ahead and stay with that.
Go ahead and reroll the blue.
Okay. Alright.
Still 2, so I've got to take 1 on the shield and 1 damage.
We'll go with Keen Farlander.
And the knockout blow.
Bomber command.
Oh my goodness. Reroll the hit crit.
Okay.
Okay, and then burn the brace to 1, so I have 2 health left, and can 10 nub finish him.
Okay, 10 nub with the blue and the black. Keep it.
Well, burn that, reroll the black.
Okay.
I need you to go blank, otherwise I'm dead. Nope. Second Raider goes down. And there you have it, folks. The power of B-Wings tooled up in a fleet. And when the Imperials don't bring fighter screens in cover, I'm definitely learning my lesson here.
We're looking good, however, now the Empire is about to start doing what it does best, and that is a ton. I'm gonna go ahead, yeah, a ton front arc fire.
Yes. Hopefully my big ships can get in range, and hopefully it'll be in time. Okay, we have the Onager, and I am in range to do a long-range obstructed ignition shot. And that will be giving me 3 red dice down to 2 red dice. Just starting off with a pot shot here. And I revealed a navigate dial, and I'm taking that as the dial. Alright, here we come. 2 red dice from the ignition attack. And I'm actually going to go ahead and keep this accuracy. And then I'm going to re-roll this with Link Turbo Laser Towers. And then, just to make you spend something, I'm going to go ahead and use Weapon Battery Text to change this accuracy into a crit.
So we will move the shields around to the side, get rid of the damage from the front. We'll go to 1 shield on the right side.
So I'm trying a little interesting maneuver here, speeding up to speed 2, getting an extra click at the 2 here, and seeing if I can avoid my Kuat Star Destroyer, and not ram. It's going to be tight.
Looks like the nose, the hammerhead nose is what's blocking you there.
Yep, I have to remove that. I think it is clear. Oh, I just bumped that, but
to me that's...
yeah, it bumped it just a little bit forward, not to the side.
Yeah,
so
that
yeah.
looks good to me.
So it's barely clear, and then at the end of activation I need to place my ignition token. So I'll be placing it like so.
Moves through, is it the same thing where they go to the back? You can move them where...
Yep, I can move them wherever. It really depends on where they land. But yeah, you're probably going to land on them since you're going speed 1.
Bad maneuvering on my part. With fleet maneuver, we'll go with the squadron command. Interestingly enough, I'm not going to move my squadrons. So I'm in range within...
You can just take a token.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the token because I really want these bombers to regroup with each other so we can make a concerted attack on the Star Destroyer. So we'll take a token. Because I don't want to send those X-Wings to be slaughtered. So we're going to have to hit, bad maneuvering on my part, we're going to have to hit the B-Wings
it's
and
gonna hit all 3
move
of them. Yep.
Thankfully,
The regular B-Wing, Keen, and 10 nub. Good hit.
Thankfully, we're going to get some, at least they got some speed on them, so hopefully they can get back in the battle.
Yeah, your fleet commands and with your fighter control team, these B-Wings are moving much faster than they have any right to be. Alright, going with my Kuat, I'm revealing a concentrate fire dial, and with that I'll be able to shoot out my front twice by spinning the dial on the first attack. I am barely in long range on the GR75, and I am in an obstructed long range against the Pelta. I'm going to do the unobstructed shot on the GR75 first. Okay, so on the GR75, starting with 3 red dice at long range in the Kuat. That's excellent, actually. So I actually, I still need to then add my concentrate fire, adding a red. Okay, stopping your scatter. Yep, so you can evade, and you can burn it to cancel 2 if you want, since I'm a larger ship than you.
How much damage we got? Ooh. Cancel 2, so,
Yep, yeah, if you burn the evade, you can cancel 2.
I'm gonna burn the evade.
Cancel the doubles?
And cancel the doubles.
Yeah, so just 1 damage on the shield. It's about as good as I could hope for.
Yeah.
Now for the obstructed long shot at the Pelta, because I did use gunnery teams with the concentrate fire. And no other modifications I can do with that, so just 1 crit coming in the front.
1 crit, so we will make you re-roll.
Well, long range, I'll just cancel it.
Okay,
yeah.
cancel it.
Yep, so no damage. And continuing at speed 1. Give myself some better angles here for the future. And then, of course, we get to restore the Onager and Screed to its proper glory. Okay.
And just barely out of range, just fire on the Star Destroyer, which...
Yeah, it was plastic to plastic.
Yeah, so,
But you measure cardboard to cardboard. It was just millimeters out of range for a long range shot.
I needed that. Oh, that would have been huge.
That would have.
we're going to have to pocket that. We'll have to pocket the concentrate fire for right now. And do I go ahead and spin to navigate now to kind of switch things around?
Yeah, well, so you can do that while you're determining your maneuver. So we'll get your maneuver set up and see what you want to do there, and see if you want to spend it.
Okay.
Bumping up to 3, and one of those classic Liberty long turns to the outside. We're gonna hit these guys, but X-wings are decent enough.
So we're gonna try.
You might hit the debris field, but you can just take the damage on your shields.
Okay, so we will move all the way out to 3. Do you mind holding that down so it doesn't wobble?
Yep, got it.
We're gonna hit the debris field.
There, yep, there you go.
Take 1 on the back.
So it's 2 damage actually from the debris field.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And we'll just put the X-wings like so. Yep, so we're now in the squadron phase, just a couple X-wings. They're able to go speed 4 because of all fighters follow me.
Put them up here. Try to regroup with everybody and make one unified attack at that Star Destroyer.
Here we are at the start of round 4. All fighters follow me has been reactivated. And we are now in an interesting position here. You could say the first 3 rounds are just skirmishes. The real fight is about to begin. There's a lot of firepower in these squadrons, but can they do it fast enough before the mighty Kuat Star Destroyer can unleash its assault proton torpedoes and the Onager starts unleashing its super heavy composite beam? Lots of carnage will be happening this turn. Alright, going to start with the Onager firing its ignition attack with its super heavy laser. An obstructed shot into the Onager. It is extreme range, but I'm within medium range for my super laser output. 3 red, 2 blue. I'll just have to get rid of one of those. Alright, I chose to do 2 red and 3 blue for this attack. Taking out a red. That actually is pretty fantastic. Exactly what I need. The accuracy is key in stopping the evade, which is very powerful against extreme range attacks. And I am going to add in a red. That's pretty good. I don't know if I want to change anything here. Yeah, we're just going to keep that. So I'm going to stop your evade. And so that's going to be 6 damage. And just so you know, the crit is going to be a specialty crit off of the super heavy laser. It activates off of a red. So that's going to do an additional damage before you take your normal damage.
Okay, so total damage is...
So total damage is going to be 1, then 6.
7, so we'll...
Yep.
Down 4.
Well, so this is separate. So with your brace, you're just going to do the 6. So down, okay. Brace down to 3.
Okay.
Then you're going to take 1 damage, then 3 damage. You take them separately.
Okay, and then we'll redirect.
Alright, so the crit damage, I think I'm doing this right, because this is kind of new, for the special super weapon. He suffers 1 damage for each red and blue crit that I had. So I had 1 red crit. So he suffers 1 damage that he assigns anywhere, so he assigned that to the aft. And then he has to take his 3 regular damage that he braced down. So he took 6, braced down to 3, and now he's going to redirect that. So that was in the front.
So we'll take 2. So I took your 2 crits, and then so...
Well, just 1 crit, so just 1 on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was 0, so I need to... Did I get that right? So this was at 2.
Yep. So you had 1 shoe on the back, yeah. So they took the 1 from the crit on the back, right. That's down to 0, because you take it anywhere.
Yep.
Then this one, if you're redirecting, you take 2 to the side.
Okay, we'll redirect to the side to 0.
Yep, and then you have to take 1 more left on the front. Alright, and for movement, I'm using my navigate token to slow down to 1. I still ram though, but it helps me maintain a better position for my firing arcs. So we both take a damage and go out in the onager. First self-inflicted damage. And then replace my ignition token for next turn. We're gonna place that essentially, so it's going to be underneath the Star Destroyer. You can't really see it right now, but I'm just gonna like so, and that's where it will be for next turn. Alright, whenever you're ready.
We'll activate the Pelta Squadron Command.
Here's the Pelta's defense tokens.
Defense tokens. So we'll go with Squadron Command. Go ahead. Take my token. And interesting spot here, because not all of my bombers, even with all the speed they have, still are not 100% in range. So we're going to go ahead, move the B-Wing, get him ready for a bombing run on the front. Go and get these X-Wings ready to bomb. There, are we still within bomber command? Yes. Torn 4. I don't think it matters. Oh, for B-Wing it does.
For B-Wing it does matter, which you are in torn far range for it.
Okay.
You can bring 1 more B-Wing, because you're doing the Pelta, right?
Yeah, but it will only move. It's not going to... Is that bombing range?
Well, you're moving 3, right?
Yeah.
So moving 3, if you move... What is this, Kean?
Yeah.
No, that's 10 nub. So if you move 10 nub to there... Let me just mark... Hang on. Put your finger there. Okay. Technically, you can't do ruler ranging, but you can, like, mark it spot. And...
No, he's going to be...
Won't be out of range. So you can move him now if you want to get in position, or you could just sit him back and
moving, and then using... I don't know if he'll still be in range for fighter coordinator to move them up one. Is it medium, short to medium range? So medium would be right there.
Close to medium, yes.
But he's going to be forward 1. It's close. We're gonna, I'm only going to have to move
those 3 bombers, so 2 X-Wings and a regular B-Wing doing their bombing attacks on the front of the Star Destroyer. Hey, what are we doing first?
The X-Wing out here on the farthest. We'll take it.
Alright, hit. I will... I'm going to spend one of my redirects, and since I have advanced projectors, I can move it anywhere. I'm going to move it to the back.
Our next X-Wing, right next to him. Take it.
Man, good hits so far. I'll go ahead and... Actually, I'll just take that one. I'm going to waste my redirect. Alright.
And then the B-Wing.
B-Wing.
Take it.
Because you can get, I know you've got battle cruiser coming in, but I just need to reduce damage as much as possible. So brace to 2, redirect, and using my advanced projectors, I'm just going to take 1 on each of my side hole zones. Okay, now I have the pelt out the front, and it is obstructed. You need to take a dice away. And we are barely within medium range, so he's doing a front-to-front shot on the Star Destroyer. Red and a blue.
So, I don't have any rerolls on that, so I do have Torn Far, but I'm not going to use her. So, we are going to, I guess, stop your, well, it doesn't matter.
Stop both my redirects.
Yeah, we'll stop
Force
both
me to take it on the front.
We'll stop both redirects.
Front shield's down to 1.
That's going to put me out of range, isn't it? Look at that. I'm still in your front arc. He's about to get obliterated. Okay, so I'm going to have to move or I'm going to hit you. Oh, dang.
Just remember, whenever you do start the
always
movement, yeah. And that's just for those watching too. I mean, friendly games, yeah. As you're learning the movement, just keep in mind once you lock in, you are committed. Okay, activating my Kuwat. It is an engineering dial, and I have a token, so it gives me 6 engineering points. And I'm actually going to spend them to raise 3 shields on the front. I think that is beneficial to maximize shield potential while I have advanced projectors. And I've got a medium shot out the side to the side of the Pelta, which I'll do first, and then a long range shot from front to front into the GR75. Alright, we'll start with the side shot to the side of the Pelta. It is close range. And then we will Ordnance Experts. And I think I am go ahead and be happy with that. Although it's worthwhile to get greedy. Do I need to get greedy? Because I'm going to be able to cook off assault protons. Can't block anything, so you can make me reroll stuff. I think I am going to get greedy. I'm going to use leading shots to spend this to reroll the red. Pretty much the same difference. Alright, so we got 4 damage coming in. And remember, with the new rolls, you can use evade to get the reroll effect of medium range.
Make your reroll effect goes back to, how many rerolls is it?
So you can get 1 reroll if you just spend it. If you burn it, since I'm a bigger ship than you, you can make me reroll 2 dice. And as it is, since I have a black crit, my assault proton torpedoes are going to go off. And you'll be taking a face-up damage from it, regardless of if you have shields or not.
Oh, man. Let's go ahead and... let's go ahead and... I don't want you to reroll... man. Let's go ahead and brace down to 2.
So
burn the brace.
So you don't want me to do any rerolls?
I mean, at this point, I'm still a noob, so I'm not really confident
So
what we should do.
You want to at least get 1 reroll in on this, because it can't get any worse. The worst that can happen is I'll just roll the exact same result.
So we will...
Yeah, so just spending it is at least good enough.
Middle black?
Yeah.
So
same result, but it's...
Okay, so we will have to...
So brace down to 2. Okay, and then you're going to take a face-up damage card, and then you'll... Well, are you going to want to redirect the 2 damage that's coming in?
Is that side?
Yes, to the side. You got 1 shield there.
Yeah, we're going to have to burn it. Okay,
so burning the redirect, so...
Go to the front.
And then he'll be taking a face-up damage card in addition from the assault proton torpedoes. Okay, and he got damaged munitions. Means he has to remove a dice when he's attacking a ship. Alright, now the long-range shot front to front on the GR75. I am able to stop the scatter, and we'll just leave it as is, so that's going to be 2 hits. First one, face up.
Left support. Crew discard all of your command tokens. Okay, so get rid of this one.
And then 1 more face down. He's got 2 health remaining. I did not get the structural I needed, but got him down to 1 damage. I'm just going to keep turning to face the Mon Karen, and I am landing on all these X-Wing squads. They were in front, and you'll get to place them along the hull, wherever you would like.
Keep moving. How many flags does the Onager have?
He has a blue and a black as well.
Okay. Command. Got with Leia, it'll be 3 squadrons. It'll be all these B-wings. so we're just gonna get them ready to bomb. So, front holds on. Do we want to? If you destroy all my ships, it doesn't matter how many victory tokens I get, correct?
Well, it might, because even though I might table you, it doesn't matter. We still count up points, and if you kill enough with your victory tokens, I mean, you've got 8 so far, and you're about to get, got to get more. So, yeah, victory tokens will matter. All right, 3 bombers coming in. Okay, so all the B-Wings are in Bomber Command, and 1 is in Torn Far. These are all shots going into the aft of the Kuat.
We'll do the Torn Far one first, nearest.
Okay. Who is that there? That's Dagger.
It's that's a standard.
Oh, that's a standard
B-Wing.
Assuming you're just going to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
This is on the back. I will, no, I'm actually, oh man, now that all the crits are coming in. I will take it, so 1 shield and then contain for a face down. Okay, next one.
We will go to the next one, which will be, is it Keen? Yes, Keen Farlander. So you do not have any shields, so
He gets to reroll. Hang on. I'm going to reroll that. He gets 2 black for Keaton.
Okay, 2 black for Keaton.
That's why he is so deadly.
Well, so if I have Bomber Command and Keaton, is it a reroll and a reroll?
Yep.
Or just 1 reroll?
You
Okay.
can. Yep.
Do you want to be greedy and take
Go for the blanks.
Yeah,
Go for the blanks.
let's make it at least interesting.
Oh, go
we'll do
for
1
it.
reroll. Yeah, we may
Bomber
as well make
Command
this
now.
interesting. Yeah, okay.
2 hits. I'll just take that. Got lucky there. All right, now for 10 numb. Black and a blue.
Black and a blue. And we'll keep it.
Double hits. I'll also just going to take that. Mainly because I know that Mon Karen's coming in. No, I take that back. I need to reduce as much. I'm going to burn a redirect to take 1 on each side whole zone with my advanced projectors. Because Mon Karen, if he has a concentrate fire command, I can only spend 1 anyway.
Okay, we're moving 1, so we get 1 click. Okay. Engineering.
Engineering command.
Which we are going to use. We have 4 engineering. We're going to bring up the back shields back up to full.
Okay.
So at least he's healthy. It's kind of good.
Yeah, and this is a double arc shot coming in on my Kuat.
And I've got
My Kuat's got 7 health remaining. I do have full shields on the front, but I need to survive this double arc attack. So, since I am first player, next turn my Kuat will be able to shoot 1 last time probably before it dies. We're doing front or side shot first?
We'll do the front shot.
Alright, getting a mighty 5 red, 3 blue. Alright, so now before you decide any rerolls, did you want to use Intel Officer here? It's kind of moot since I already have them exhausted anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just for technicality purposes, if you wanted to.
So I guess what we'll... Oh, man.
That's a great roll anyway. But
Yeah.
no accuracies, so that's actually helpful for me.
But I've got Keatkin and...
Yep, you could re-roll any number of 1 color, so you could re-roll some dice to try to get an accuracy.
So I could re-roll the blank.
You could re-roll the 1, or you also have a Constrict Fire token.
And then I could re-roll 2.
Well, the token lets you re-roll 1.
So
you might as well do that first at least.
Yeah.
That way that'll also activate Mon Karen, because Mon Karen requires a Concentrate to activate now.
Okay,
So, hey, it's a hit. Did you want to try to fish for an accuracy, or want to leave it? It's currently sitting at, this was a hit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, but I could brace that down to 4.
And then redirect the rest.
But I'd have to burn the stuff to be able to do it. And you've got your side shot coming in, which is going to be 2 red and a blue.
Yeah, I'm just going to make you burn everything. I mean...
Alright, so I'm going to burn my brace, and I'm just going to take that on the front, so I take 4 damage, the shields are down. Now for your 2 red. And I can only spend 1 anyway because you activated Mon Karen.
2 red and
so
then...
2 red and a blue.
Mm,
You can still kick him.
I think is it only once or is it?
It's only once. You didn't do it last time. You re-rolled last time with the
Okay.
token, so you can still
Yep,
re-roll with
still
him.
re-roll the red.
Yep. That actually is key. Stop me from redirecting.
Okay, so I'll just take 2 damage.
2 damage on the hull.
We'll just move over there. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll get it for you. Setting up for a very interesting turn 5 coming up next. Alright, top of turn 5. My Kuat will basically get one last activation. He does have the Moncaran double arced, and if I can take out Leia, that will be huge. But another problem is all the commands going off here from Ramus and the Bomber Command Center, Fleet Commands, etc. And the B-Wings are still all alive and well. Can the Imperials direct the firepower needed? And even then, will it be enough? So many victory tokens have been gained by the rebels. This will be a close game, regardless. During my Kuat, I have a concentrate fire dial, and I've got a close range double arc on the Moncaran. I think this, I have to put everything in here, even though it's relatively untouched. I've got to do what I can to weaken it now, and hopefully the Onager on turn 6 can maybe finish it off. Desperation move here. Okay, we're going to start side shot. 2 black, a blue, and a red. And then we're going to keep that. We've got Ordnance Experts. Okay. And then we will concentrate fire in a black, although I did that out of order. I should have waited. But that's okay. That's fine. Alright. And nothing I can do about this one, so I'm going to stop your redirect, and that is 4 damage coming in.
Brace down to 2.
Yep, so 2 damage.
We'll eat it.
Yep, on the shields, and then a face-up damage card from the assault. I will activate my assault proton.
So how much damage? 1?
1 face-up, and then 2 on the shields.
So this, no, that actually hurts because I had a.
That damage munitions again. Oh, there you go.
And there goes the engineer token.
No, you don't have to remove the token. You just remove dice when you attack ships.
Oh, okay.
So you still got your engineering token. Alright, now for the front to side arc, and I think I did my concentrate fire. Should have saved it for this one. That's okay. 3 black, 2 blue, 3 red. That is pretty fantastic. Actually. Wow. See if it matters. I'm not gonna. Man, do I want to stop both? If I stop both your braces, you're just gonna put it on. No, I want you taking hull damage. Okay, so I'm not doing anything about this because I'm definitely not doing leading shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do. Gotta remember who I have on my as my commander who I haven't used yet. Screed. Taking 1 brace doesn't matter, so I'm gonna spend this dice to use Screed's ability to turn this into a crit. So I'm going to stop your redirect, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage coming in.
Brace down to 5.
Brace down to 5, and the first will be face up.
First one. Faulty countermeasures. You cannot spend exhausted defense tokens. Okay, and then if it's 5 or 4
So
additional.
4 more. Yeah.
4, 5.
So
6.
taking 6 damage, 2 health left. So that was, I'd say that's a pretty good shot from that Kuat before it goes down. Alright, then just going forward speed 1. And you can place those X-Wings there, Robbie.
Yeah. That's just gonna go back here. Get our token again. So, we're gonna move. We got 4. Since we got Leia, gonna move all the B-Wings.
Pretty much getting 4 more victory tokens.
all B-wings.
And also probably killing this Kuat.
We'll go ahead, get everybody in position, and hopefully that's enough.
Alright, here come the bombers. Only 5 health left.
Key and Farlander will go first. Bomber command.
Well, do you want to do his well, yeah,
Yeah.
you can do bomber command, then you can do his reroll. Yeah. And then his reroll, because I have no shields. You got what you needed. I am going to redirect and contain, and because I have advanced projectors, I have 2 shields left. 1 on each side, so 2 total left. All shields are down now. You take 1 damage. I believe I am 4 health left. 3, 4 health left.
Then we'll go with 10 regular B-wing. Take it.
Redirects no longer matter. I'll burn the contain. 2 health left. Alright.
We'll go with Dagger Squadron.
And that's it. That is the Kuat going down. Okay, so since the Kuat goes down to all the bombs exploding, that's will be 3 extra victory tokens, by the way. 10 Nub actually gets to activate because he did not attack. And like I said earlier in the video, doing it all at the same time to help for video purposes, but in this case, you would be doing it one at a time, so we're going to let him move 10 Nub to a different spot. And come in to do the attack. And he was close enough, yeah, he was like only like right here.
Okay.
I mean, he was close enough, like where he was originally, remember?
Oh, okay, so right there.
Is that where he was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving 3, you should be able to get in range. Yeah.
Good.
You're going to be right on the edge there. Well, within.
Right there.
Yep, there you go. But that is still within close range to do the bombing run on the front. Alright, now 10 Nub on the front of the Onager. What do you want to stop?
We can't, so we will stop.
Or you could bomber command, because you are within bomber command
No, I'm
range.
not. I think I measured it. I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, no, I am.
Yep, you're definitely in bomber command range.
What about, does it count for the blue?
Yep, bomber command is reroll 1 dice. Alright, so I do know I'm going to have a hit coming from Moncaron. I'm going to not brace it, but I'm going to redirect. Take 1 on my starboard and 2 on the front. And then the Pilta has a long range shot, 2 red.
No.
For nothing. Okay, now for Screed on the Onager. Doing a concentrate fire dial. I'm going to spend my engineering token to get 2 engineering points, which I'm going to use to just raise 1 shield on the front. And I'll be doing my ignition attack on the GR-75, see if I can't get lucky and take out that bomber command. And then do a side shot, long range, into Moncaron. Shields are full, but I've got to hopefully do some work on it and prep for the final round. Okay, 3 red, 2 blue from the super laser. Oh, that's a problem. That's a real problem. No accuracies yet. I'm going to add in... Oh, I'm going to be so mad if this is a wasted shot. Add in a blue with my concentrate fire.
Oh.
It's on the ground. The tension, still none, and then I have linked turbo laser towers. I'm going to reroll a red. Oh my goodness, if this thing survives. Hit.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable. I'm reconsidering my decision. Should I have shot at the Pelta? Look at all that damage wasted. And now the long range shot. Now the long range shot into Moncaron. 3 red dice. And we'll go ahead and just keep it as it is.
Okay. We'll redirect 2 of that to the right side.
Right side and then 1 on the front.
Yep.
Alright, still moving at speed 1. Running over 10 nubs, you can place them anywhere. Yep, on the back, makes sense. Then my ignition arc is almost, I'm just going to put it right here, but I am not in a good spot for next turn. I probably should have taken that Pelta out. Oh well.
GR-75. Squadron Command. Go ahead and activate those X-Wings. And move forward, so we're just going to get them here in the front. Then we'll do some bombing runs. I do not think they're in bomber. Or, yeah.
They're in Bomber Command. Yes, they are.
Yep. So we'll do.
Alright, first X-Wing. Alright, take a hit. I'll just take it. And second X-Wing. Take a double. Ugh. I just gotta take it. So 3 damage off my front shields. Down to 1.
Last one to activate will be the Moncaran Navigate token, which we're really going to need to slow down. So I'm going to use that with Leia. Also get.
Yeah, you'll be able to get be able to slow down by speed 2.
So we're going to go down to speed 2.
Well, I mean, speed, you can reduce 2 speeds. So first you got a shot. You're in range of a shot. You do not have any double arc, but you do have a front shot. You can do front to front. Let me see if you've got line of sight to my side. I have a weird side arc. Or you can shoot my side.
Do front to front.
Alright, front to front. Alright, front to front.
Wow. Bad.
Alright, you want to re-roll that?
Yeah, I'll re-roll all the reds.
Okay, re-roll all of the red. Well, so first, do you want to do your intel officer? This is where you have to decide before you roll.
Yes. I will freeze the,
salvo?
Yeah, the salvo.
Alright, so if I spend the salvo, I have to discard it. Alright, so re-rolling all the reds, except for the one that's a hit, of course.
Wait, was this
But did you want to keep that? That was an accuracy. Did you want to keep that?
No. I'll go and re-roll it.
Okay.
Hit. Hit. Improvement.
Alright, what are you locking down? This was a hit and it got bumped.
I'm gonna lock down your brace.
And you have a second accuracy.
And the no, not the salvo, the redirect.
So can't brace redirect. The only thing I can do is salvo if I want to burn it permanently. So what is that damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. We're taking 4 damage first one face up. Do I want to throw a salvo back? I think I gotta do it now. I'm gonna burn my salvo, so salvoing back. It's an exact return shot using my printed rear battery arc. So 2 reds and a blue. And then I will link turbo laser towers. That was an accuracy. I will stop your redirect. I mean.
So
yeah.
You get how much damage?
2 damage.
On the front?
Yep, on the front.
How many shields were that? 4?
4 left.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, we'll just have to eat it on the front.
Eat it on the front. 2 on the front. And now I need to take my damage. Alright, so my damage, my first one, the face up, shield failure. So actually, first off, this just went down from 1 damage. Then I get shield failure, so my opponent gets to choose up to 2 of my hull zones. Each loses 1 shield.
We'll do the side. Over here.
Yeah, so going to drop that by 1.
1, so 0. And then how much do you have? 1
1.
right there? Yeah.
Of your shield?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I need to take 3 more damage. 5 hull left on the onager. Alright, Moncaran's movement. You said you're slowing down to 1?
2.
Oh, slowing down to 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just going to go forward.
Just forward straight. Alright, we'll be back. Start of round 6. Okay, start of the final round. Lone onager with Screed, surrounded by enemies. Can he do enough damage to destroy enough to survive? I do not know. And even so, there are so many victory tokens that have been won. So many mistakes have been made from list creation to target priority. We'll have to pay the ultimate price for it. Alright, here is the last ditch effort I am doing a concentrate fire dial. I'm choosing not to do my ignition attack. And we're going to start with a side shot to a side shot into the Mon Carin. It has no shields there. And then I have options after that. I could do a front to the side in the Mon Carin, or then I could do a front into the front of the Pelta. Let's see if I can get lucky with this Hail Mary attempt. Alright, 3 red and a black going into the side of the Mon Carin. I think I got what I needed. I did. So I'm going to accuracy a redirect. That's going to be 3 damage coming in.
Okay. So accuracy redirect, so I can only spend 1 of those?
Yep.
Okay.
So you brace down to 2. And don't remove quite yet.
Okay.
And then we'll go ahead and then do my front shot into the Pelta. And now the normal front shot to the front of the Pelta. Okay, I am then going to use my concentrate fire to add in a black. And then link turbo laser towers. Okay, so what do you want me to re-roll?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to have to make
Yeah,
you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. One of them will be a face-up.
So I'm going to make you re-roll
The double?
double,
Yep.
and then make you re-roll the red? Or
So the red has a higher chance for a blank, but I could also get a double.
we'll try
The
both.
blue, if he goes to an accuracy, it's also missed, but it also has more hit
Yeah, so
potential.
we'll do the blue.
So the blue crit?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so right now, as it stands, 3 damage coming in. You have 4 health left.
This is going to be blank or accuracy,
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, man, was
Okay,
able...
and that's it.
Alright, so you have both the Mon Carin with General Leia and the Pelta with Remus Antilles are both dropped by the Onager. And I'll just do my quick little move forward move here. And we need to check on the timing of something, because the board can't be held by flotillas and squadrons only, but the rebels might be able to finish out their turn, and he still has more than enough firepower in his bombers to drop my Onager and get more victory tokens. So let me look that up real quick. Okay, so we actually looked up the rules in the Living Rules reference, and this is something that I either wasn't aware of or I forgot, but as soon as the final ship of an enemy is destroyed, and flotillas and squadrons do not count for holding the table, the game does immediately end, and the player with the ships remaining on the board, which would be my Onager, wins. So somehow, Screed pulled out, well, Rob, you called it what, a rope-a-dope victory?
Yeah,
Somehow?
yeah, it was send the raiders forward as bait, and that worked because it kept the bombers. Should have probably put the bombers on your capitals first and dealt with it, but yeah, it was you came up the flank there on the right.
And I was able to get that massive hit on the side of the Mon Carin with the weak shields. Just lucky to get that angle with the Kuat on the side and do so much damage.
Yeah, it exposed the strength and the weakness of the Liberty class. You keep it in front, it's going to eliminate. But as soon as you get to the sides, you're very exposed.
So just so for those watching, just one damage difference. If one of these ships on the left here would have survived, and then we would have gone to points, even if my Onager survived. Look at the right-hand side of the screen. I'll put the points up there. We didn't calculate them because I guess it doesn't matter. But counting up all these victory tokens and all the points costs of these ships, this would have been a blowout, decisive victory for the rebels. But just at the last minute, the Onager getting the exact hits it needed to drop the 2 primary ships.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 very different styles fleets. One with no squadrons, one with only 2 capital ships, and really just like 1 damage difference or 1 die roll difference decided the game.
It would have been it's what we thought it was going to be. It was going to be a close game.
Yep, down to the wire.
Yeah, because by turn 5 I thought this was over. But your Star Destroyer, the Quad, when it unleashed, it severely hurt the Liberty big time. And I think that was the turning point, because if it had
Yeah.
not gotten that big of a shot off on the Mind Karen, yeah, this would have been a runaway.
Yeah. Or if I would have had to shoot at the front of the Montcairn with all its shields instead of getting that side arc, where I was able to get the weak side shield shot.
Yeah, because I kept thinking if you had just brought maybe 3 TIE fighters, this game would have been...
Just to lock down the bombers, just for like a single turn, just to force them to slow down. Yeah.
It was what we thought it was. Big time rolls. I think I'd said at the beginning, whoever rolls, both rolled really well, but when that quad teed off, when the quad teed off and then the onager finished off, it was a 1-2 punch that just couldn't overcome. So.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed watching. It was definitely, we were both stressed out. It was a stressful game for us.
It was.
Hope you guys were entertained, and stay tuned. I'll be trying to release a battle report once per week at least, maybe 2, depending on scheduling. So until next time, take it easy. Greetings. I wanted to take this opportunity to explain what happened at the end of that battle report, explaining the pretty significant error I made. And you probably noticed throughout the entire video, Robbie and I made several mistakes, and I tried to point those out in editing whenever the subtitles came up, and I will be doing that in all my videos whenever an error is made and I catch it in editing. And this one, though, was particularly egregious, and I wanted to explain what was happening. So, in this screen grab here, at the start of turn 6, that's where I made the rules mistake, and it's when I picked up the ignition token and said I was choosing not to shoot my ignition shot, and that I was going to take 2 regular shots. That was an illegal play, because I had missed one word in the rules reference when I had double-checked the ignition rules before the game, but I saw it whenever we had finished packing up. Robbie had already left, and I had this nagging feeling in the back of my subconscious that I did something wrong. So I went back through and read it again 3 and 4 times, and I saw what I had missed, and it was the word must. And it states that if your ignition token is on the board, you must shoot with your ignition attack first if you are able. And it might be kind of hard to tell in this screen grab here, but that GR75 was in the arc of my ignition shot, and I was supposed to shoot at that first instead of choosing not to. And that would have drastically changed the outcome of the game. And that's why I had the different conclusion on the point screen when we were doing our post-game interview, and why it differed from what we were talking about. Because I wouldn't have killed the GR75. I basically used the front arc attack I used on the Pelta to simulate what would happen to the GR75. I got no accuracies, so it would have just scattered and survived. Then I would have still shot at Leia on the Montcairn to try to kill that and get a moral victory, so to speak. And I didn't try to guesstimate what the potential extra tokens the B-Wings would have gotten would have been, so I just used the tokens already there. As you could see, it was a pretty significant butt kicking anyway. I pretty much got tabled. Now this could have been avoided fairly easily if I wouldn't have missed that word must fire. And because you don't have to place down your ignition token if you don't want to after you're done moving the onager. And on this screen grab, this is where the tactical mistake was made combined with the rules mistake. After I had finished moving the onager, its activation sequence was done, I just placed the ignition token there as a matter of course, because I had forgotten a couple turns earlier in the beginning of the game, and I was just going through my mind, don't forget to place the ignition token. It was second thought, I didn't even think about it, I just placed it down there just to make sure I had it. If I was thinking about it, and if I had known the rules correctly, I wouldn't have placed it at all, because the Pelta was already out of the ignition arc, and the Montcairn was certainly going to be out of arc once Robbie activated it in round 5. So I do apologize, and I hope it didn't take away from your enjoyment of the battle report, because it was a pretty, at least for us, razor's edge, high stress. Our adrenaline was up. We were we didn't know what was going to happen until the very end, and it just goes to show the difference that one small rules mistake and one very small tactical error can have on swinging the game. So most of the time I'm not going to do one of these post-game explanations unless the rules errors are particularly egregious, and I'm going to endeavor and strive not to make massive errors like this in the future, but errors will be made. When combined with filming, you get into the moment of the game, it's just a lot of things to process, and I'll just try to make sure to catch those in the editing and point out in the subtitles when the more minor errors occur. And just to add to my humiliation, I wanted to point out one final thing. For the 2 battle reports that he's been featured on so far, Robbie has taken me behind the woodshed and proceeded to kick the crap out of me. I just want to show you the points differential between the 2 bat reps right now. I gotta turn this ship around. It might be time for me to bring out my bread and butter, Thrawn and the Chimera, because apparently Robbie is one of those Armada sharks. Even though he is new and learning, I'm wondering if he's just might be playing me a little bit. We'll see. But again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it didn't take away from your enjoyment of the battle report, the mistake I made, and that you learned from the mistake I made, so that you don't make the mistake in the future whenever you are playing your Star Wars Armada battles with the Onager. So, until next time, take it easy.